Hello and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I wanted to go over my weekend sales with you. I had an awesome weekend. I sold a total of 9 things, one of which is on Marketplace, and I'll go over that. But the biggest thing, I had 2 huge sales that grossed over or close to $400 for the 2 of them. So I'm going to save that for the end. Make sure you stay tuned for that. I'm going to kick things off with these mounts. I picked up these mounts at Goodwill for $4 a piece. They were JBL, and I originally thought they were going to sell for a lot more. I've sold Bose mounts before that have sold for a lot. These are new in package. Some of the packages are open, but they are new and have all their mounts and all the screws, all the mounting hardware. The 4 of these are going to the same buyer. I had them in sets of 2. And we got both sets. So $16 into $60. I always watch for JBL. That's just a really high-end, nice speaker equipment. So when I found the mounts, I definitely grabbed them. Next, we've got these Tony Lama boots. These were super clean, very good condition, and I paid $10 for these, and they sold for $40. Golf club that has toured the country. I sold this one a couple weeks ago, but I had an error in my listing and I listed it as a driver. This is not a driver, it's a wood. Very similar, but it's smaller. So it was my mistake. I paid the shipping to come back to me, and now I sold it again. When I first sold it, I had sold it as free shipping, so there wasn't very much profit anyway. And then I lost that shipping coming back to me. So this time when I sold it, I bumped the price up a little bit and I charged shipping this time. So $15 was my original investment, but then we're going to add all the extra shipping that I had paid to send it to that original buyer, eat the shipping of it coming back to me. So really this one's not going to be a profit at all. It sold for $37, and it's really just so I can break even and not lose my money on this golf club. So lesson is to make sure that you list golf as the correct, as its correct size, I guess I should say. There's woods, there's drivers, there's hybrids. They all kind of look similar to the naked eye. So always make sure you list it as the correct club. Next is another small item are these Crocs. I pick up Crocs all the time. These were $2. They sold for $15. Nothing amazing, but super easy to ship. Then we've got this Sony camera. This was picked up at a garage sale last weekend. It actually, I really liked that it had extra accessories in it. These extra tapes. That's going to immediately add value to it. It had all of its accessories, an extra battery, charger, everything. And when I was at the sale, I had asked, of course, does it work? Oh, yes, we tested it, all that good stuff. It's got a battery on it. I was able to test it when I came home after I charged it, and she was just open to offers. I love garage sales like that. So I'm like, well, how much do you want for the camera? And she's like, I don't know, just make an offer. I want to get rid of stuff. So I did a quick comp up on my phone, wanted to make sure it was worth it. Some of these cameras can be worth $100, some of them can be worth $20. So I want to make sure I left enough meat on the bone. So I just threw a number out there. I said $10. Like, what's the worst that could happen? She could say, oh no, I'm looking closer to 50, or I'm looking for 20, or she can say whatever she wants to say back. So I'm just going to throw out a number. If you're going to ask me to make the offer and start the process, I'm going to start low. If you ask me to make an offer, I always say I don't want to insult you, but how about $10? Because sometimes it can be insulting if they're looking for $100 plus for an item, but I've always been taught it doesn't hurt to ask. So she said, make an offer. I said $10, and she said yes. So this guy, I paid $10, and he sold for $130. And it sold really quick. Golf shoes. I don't normally pick up golf shoes too much. They tend to be a pretty saturated market. But this brand in particular, like there's one's FootJoy. Those, I see those all the time. That's probably the #1 golf shoe seller. So this one's a little bit different. Ecco was the brand. I paid $2. I want to say it was at a yard sale or estate sale. And it sold for $36. All right, now to the big ticket items. I've told you before, I love seasons on DVD. Millennial. this season, again, this is a show I've never heard of. It's from the creators of X-Files. And I had picked this up on a trip up to Phoenix with the family. I stopped at a quick Goodwill, run in there, and these were priced. It had a weird price on it. It was like $3.47 or something. So $10 for the pair, the 3 of them. Each individual case is in there, and I checked them 1 through 6 on each. All the discs are in there. They're all fairly clean. So $10 for these, and it flipped for $90. Always look for seasons on DVD and on Blu-ray. X-Files, that's probably what made this so much more valuable. X-Files itself sells in the hundreds. So if you can get your hands on some X-Files DVDs or Blu-rays, absolute bolo. Always look for those. So yeah, this set here sold for $90, and I love selling seasons on DVD. The next big ticket item goes to Tria. This was a Goodwill find, $5. Opened it up, and I had no idea what it was. Some kind of beauty thing. So looked it up, and it's a laser hair remover. My amazing husband let me test it on him. And it works. It basically just gets up to a crazy high temperature and just burns the skin off, or the hair off of you. But we tested it, powers up. It did have a flaw when you shook it. There must have been a piece of plastic or something inside that broke. So when you shake it, it made a little bit of a rattle. Normally this guy would have gone probably over $200, but because of its small flaw, it still worked. It must have been dropped and broken internal piece, and it did not affect the actual working of the item. So this one sold for $140. But again, always look for laser hair removers. There's no prescription. We've learned that lesson. Make sure that it's not a prescription item. But beauty products, I sell them all the time. So that was a good one. And then my best sale is actually not going to be able to be shown in the video, but I'll show you the giant box, and we'll put something up on the screen to show what it is. Department 56. Department 56, I always grab. Always. If the price is right, I grab it. Some people price them really high. They'll put price tags of $20, $30, $40 a piece on them. Some of them are worth that. There's some houses that are worth hundreds of dollars just for one house. This particular series does not sell for as much, but they consistently sell. So this was actually at an estate sale later in the afternoon. It was like 1, 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and they were marking it all down, 75% off. So they had these houses listed at $15 to $20 a piece, and with the 75% off, I'm under $5 each. I cleared the room. I bought, I don't even know how many. I think there was about 40 houses, and there were other accessories that already sold. There were some multiple lights in one, like a light string, so you can link up multiple houses with the lights. Those already sold. So I've already made my money back on this lot, and now this is just all into the profit. So this one was a Facebook marketplace, and it started out, I wasn't going to separate these. I wanted it just to go to one big collector or somebody who wants to sell them themselves. I like to get rid of a lot of inventory at one time if I can. So lazy way, yes, I had listed it all as one giant lot to see what happens. Someone messaged me. I've been getting messages for one house, 2 houses. I'm not breaking it up for small amounts. She messaged me and asked if she could buy 5 or 6 of them. And I asked her which ones, looked them up, and told her, okay, they're going to be $30 a piece plus shipping. And she was thrilled with that, $30 a piece. And then I'm boxing them up, and there was room in here for one more house. So I went ahead and messaged her. I said, all right, here's your shipping rate for all the 6 houses you liked. But good news, I've got room in this box for one more house. So if you want to add one more, I'll just charge an extra $20 for that house, no extra shipping, and you can get an extra house. And she said yes. So 7 houses, and we've got a profit of $245 is what it sold for. So this was definitely a very good weekend, and hopefully you got to see something that you've never looked for before when sourcing, something to keep an eye out. Random things like old Crocs. Yeah, they still sell. Old electronics. These are always going to be my jam. I love them so much. I love testing them. I love finding them. So hopefully, again, you learned something and you enjoyed the video. If you liked it, please hit that like button, subscribe, and I can't wait to see you on the next one. Thanks for watching.